Animal Crossing is a life simulator that most people enjoy playing. In the game, the player gets to do everything they dream of being able to do in real life, such as buying lots of clothes and furniture, digging up fossils, designing a house, actually going outside, socializing, and paying off debt. Life would certainly be easier if we lived in that world. If only players could transfer those skills to the real world. Isn't putting in hundreds of hours into Animal Crossing experience enough to be an archaeologist, an interior designer, or even a mayor? Realistically, no, obviously, but I'm going to try it. I'm applying to jobs and only listing Animal Crossing as experience on my resume. It's time to make an alias. My name is Fisher Hale. My address is Acre A2 Pink Roof. I live in Cool Town, Animal Crossing, and my email is mayorcooltown@gmail.com. Now we're almost complete. We just need a phone number. And luckily, Google Voice exists, so I can just make a number through that. And now I just need a voicemail. Perfect. For the resume, I went through each job that the villager was assigned in every Animal Crossing game, including spin-offs. Being an interior designer from Happy Home Designer. Being the mayor in New Leaf. Being a barista at the Roost. And working at Nook's Cranny for Tom Nook in the tutorial. I also added volunteer work because that will really impress companies. So that's our resume. It's more full and impressive than my resume will ever be. Probably because I'll never list that I'm a mayor, interior designer, and barista all at the same time. Now we need to make cover letters. I made 3 separate cover letters I'll be using to apply to jobs. I'll be applying to barista positions. And here's what I wrote. My barista career began in late 2005, when I became an employee of the Roost in Cool Town. I worked alongside the famous Brewster, who personally taught me the craft of making delectable beverages. Whipping up a refreshing cup of joe wasn't the most important lesson I learned while at the Roost. It was to spread optimism. Keeping a positive attitude not only made my day better, but my fellow employees, and most importantly, the customers' day better. Optimism, adaptability, and being hardworking delivered optimum results that kept people coming back for more every single day. And then I made one for office jobs, which I'll be applying to. My office experience is limited to politics as I was the mayor of Cool Town, Animal Crossing, for 6 years. While in this position, I collaborated with my assistant to establish public works projects, town ordinances to fit my needs, and design our own town flag. All these factors helped my approval rating from the townspeople to sit at a consistent 100% during my time in office. My remarkable communication, inspiring proposals, and ability to travel through time put Cool Town ahead of the competition. And I am certain we could do the same with your company together. And finally, I made one for interior design positions. Previously, I was under the administration of the prestigious Tom Nook of Nook's Homes. It was there that I honed my craft, learned techniques to increase customer satisfaction, and acquired a keen eye for detail. My services were provided to over 300 unique clients, including celebrities such as KK Slider, Isabel, and Cap'n. Personal renovations weren't the only tasks I was assigned. The government contracted me as the lead designer on the Cool Town Hospital, a cafe, a shopping center, and a school. They all sound pretty good, I think. I took to Indeed.com and sent out 25 resumes for each cover letter, totaling to 75 resumes. I did this on Sunday night so that recruiters could read these lovely cover letters and resumes bright and early on Monday morning. I woke up the next morning to significantly more responses than I was expecting. The first email I received was one inquiring about my location, They were confused about where I lived. I assured them that Cool Town is right by Chicago, which is where they were located, and that I could make it to any interview. They did more research and accused me of living in a town called Cool, California, which is a place I didn't even know existed. And they also insulted my English skills by saying I got my state abbreviation wrong. I reiterated that I lived in Cool Town, Animal Crossing, and then they never responded after that. During my job search, I was fortunate enough to find an actual coffee location titled Roost in Connecticut, and of course, they responded not long after I applied. Well, I definitely was entertained by your application, LOL. Thanks for that. That's the kind of wholesome content I was hoping for. The next was your average message saying, hey, call a recruiter and we'll talk things out about your life and blah blah, maybe schedule an interview. It's whatever. But the next one I received was from an attorney office that was looking for an interior designer. And well, just listen. Hello, Fisher. We would like to invite you to an interview with the principal attorney. Are you available this week, Wednesday, October 2nd, 2019, at 11 a.m.? Please let us know. Fisher Hale actually scored an interview for an interior design position using Animal Crossing experience. Why? After that, another coffee shop sent a 10-question interview email, but only a minute after they sent the interview questions, they sent an email saying that they won't be going forward with my application. I like to think that they glanced over my resume and sent the interview questions, but then really looked at my application and realized what it was and sent a rejection right away. The next email was from another coffee shop inquiring about my location. They were convinced I didn't live in the United States. They even called the number and said they heard a very high-pitched, garbled recording. Silly Sharon, you need to study up on your animalese. I reassured her I lived in the States and apologized that I forgot to change my voicemail's language from animalese to English. She never replied. Another coffee company asked me to set up a time to interview because they liked my background, which just blows my mind because how is this fake resume getting interviews, but everyday people struggle to get interviews? I guess the 14 years of experience in being a barista probably helps. The next email was another interior design company, and they sent the absolute greatest message. Dear Fisher, we were greatly amused by your application. Were you intending on applying for a human position, or would you like to join forces in Animal Crossing? Happy to send our username and we can share portfolios via the Happy Home Showcase. Best, Cody. Thank you, Cody. We love you and we respect you. And the final email I received that day was from another coffee shop, which applauded my creativity but urged me to send over a resume with more recent experience. Megan, sweetie, I'm currently working 3 full-time jobs, an interior designer, a barista, and a mayor. Is that not enough for you? Of course, as the week went on, I received more generic rejection letters, as expected. All the exciting emails only came on the first day. I was really hoping for more calls so people could hear the voicemail, but at least I managed to get 1 call. It was fun to see how people reacted to Fisher Hale's applications, and I learned that maybe Animal Crossing skills are transferable. I mean, Fisher was able to land 2 interviews. So next time you apply for a job, make sure you drop some Animal Crossing experience on there. You never know what could come of it. Please don't actually do that.
Not me, oh, me quit now. Me, oh, not me. Me, oh, quit, oh, quit. Me, oh,